Dejounte Murray reports have been flying left and right since we are in the middle of trade season. However, the Lakers are not willing to make a deal if this player is included. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into everything of today's video, guys, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 93% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of that Laker news, Laker reactions, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest to make it your home for all of it, guys. And with that out the way, let's hop straight into the topics of today's video, guys, as we got a couple of trade reports to get to, and then also the Lakers had a game against the Dallas Mavericks last night. So let's hop straight into it. So first up here, the Lakers do not want Austin Reaves in a Murray deal. So the Lakers have been linked to Dejounte Murray ever since reports came out that the Hawks were looking to move on from Dejounte Murray. And it's all because of that Clutch Sports connection that the Lakers have, as Dejounte Murray's agent is Rich Paul. And then there's always been that little, Rich Paul pipeline, Clutch Sports connection pipeline to the Los Angeles Lakers, as both their two stars, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, are represented by Rich Paul. And then also players who have come through, guys like KCP, and just a few other guys, just to name a few, have all been through Clutch Sports. So a lot of teams just around the league were suspecting that the Lakers would be the ones to make a deal with the Atlanta Hawks and get Dejounte Murray. However, the Lakers do not want to include Austin Reaves, according to Mike A. Scott of Hoops Hype, and then they do not, in any potential Dejounte Murray deal, they don't want to include Austin Reaves at all. So this is a very interesting development, as the Lakers have said throughout that they do not want to trade Dejounte Murray. But then there has been reports a couple weeks prior that the Lakers were having talks with the Hawks about a potential deal, and then the Lakers denied any talks when the Hawks were trying to cover Austin Reaves. So this whole development that the Lakers are trying to get some type of trade done, and then also them denying any trades for Austin Reaves. Like, I understand it, and then I understand why some other Laker fans might feel the other way, as Austin Reaves' defense hasn't been super high this year, and then sometimes his offensive shortcomings can get in the way a little bit, and so people wonder, like, why don't we just move on from Austin Reaves to Dejounte Murray? Well, I think a big number one reason why is, like, LeBron James likes playing with Austin Reaves, and you're not going to try to, like, force or break that bond or try to upset LeBron James, especially when he has a player option at the end of the year and he can really decide the fate of a franchise. So keeping him happy at all times is probably going to be top of the Lakers' priority list, and then keeping a guy like Austin Reaves, who I know has struggled some this year, but has shown in the playoffs that he's able to play well and play at a very high level, as he was a guy for the Los Angeles Lakers in that first round who really had a coming out party, and then even also up until the Western Conference Finals, where he played really well. All of the Lakers did not win any games in that Western Conference Finals, but he played extremely well during that series and really showed why he was deserving of an extension. So most likely the Lakers, if they wanted to make a trade for Dejounte Murray, it would be surrounded around D'Angelo Russell. But the Hawks are not willing to take on D'Angelo Russell because they don't view his playing style fits next to Trae Young. So they would have to flip him to a third team, and that always complicates the deal when you add more parties to it, and then a lot of teams, more teams get involved, and things get more complicated, especially with money wise. So I can see why a deal really hasn't really formed just yet. And then the Hawks not wanting the Hawks not wanting D'Angelo Russell has probably stalled things a little bit, because D'Angelo Russell, you have to find another team that suits him, and then his whole $18 million contract that he has for this season, and not including his player option for next season. So it's all about finding sort of like the right fit for some of these guys, as the Atlanta Hawks have had a high asking price for Dejounte Murray. They want as much as 2 first-round picks, and then to go with also another player that can help them win right now, that can pair alongside with Trae Young. And then it doesn't look like the Hawks would want a guy like Dejounte Murray. They're looking at a guy like Austin Reaves, but that's probably not going to happen, as the Lakers would like to hold on to Austin Reaves and keep him, as he's a guy that has really showed in big moments that he can really elevate his game and really step things up. And I think that's the reason why the Lakers have been very against trading a guy like Austin Reaves. But we'll see what happens here, as the trade deadline is just about a month away, and then a lot of things could change. And then also, if the Hawks asking price especially changes, then maybe we might see the Lakers get a little bit more involved in a possible deal, because they'll be more willing to trade some fewer assets and not just, trading everything else to get Dejounte Murray, because that adds another problem. If you bring in Dejounte Murray, and if you're trading guys like Reaves, Hachimura, then you kind of strip yourselves in other departments of the game. But maybe the reason why the Lakers don't want to make a trade is because they're starting to kind of figure it out here, as the Lakers did play a game last night, as the Lakers take care of the Mavericks. And so the Lakers were able to win that game against the Dallas Mavericks 127-110 there, and it was a fine blowout win, actually back-to-back wins now against the Oklahoma City Thunder and then now the Dallas Mavericks. These are two very good wins the Lakers have had, and then they actually looked extremely solid in these past couple of games, especially on the offensive end, where they have gotten efficient offense and they've been done very well playing through Anthony Davis, which has kind of been the plan here, as Anthony Davis has been averaging career highs in assists these past few games here. So let's look here at that box score and just see what we're looking with. So the Lakers just across the board played pretty well in that starting group. So Davis with 20 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, and then LeBron James, solid as they come, 25, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Then D'Angelo Russell had an extremely good game. He's been on fire recently. He's had 29 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in that one. And then Reaves just in 30 minutes was solid, 14 points, 7 assists in that one. Also had a steal to boat. So everyone's been playing pretty well for the Los Angeles Lakers, as they've not revamped, but just kind of like went back to their opening night starting lineup, because this was the starting lineup they went with to start off the season, and then things didn't really go off as well, as teams were attacking guys like D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reaves on the defensive end. But now as we come to this point of the season, where things have kind of really looked a lot better here, as guys like Taurean Prince have really been giving a little bit of extra effort on the defensive end, and also he isn't playing as much as he did last night. And then also a guy like Austin Reaves and D'Angelo Russell have been playing a lot better as they were from the beginning of the season. So I think that's kind of what changed a little bit. And then also Anthony Davis has just been masterful in this one. So like, he's been a guy this whole entire season, like I've been saying, like if the Lakers were higher in the standings, he would be in the MVP conversation, as he's been a guy that's done it all for the Los Angeles Lakers, as he's been a defensive savant, as being the backline for the Los Angeles Lakers, and then protecting the rim, doing what he can do to shore up the Lakers in that paint. And then also on the offensive end, the Lakers have been playing through Anthony Davis, and then that has led to a lot of teams doubling him, and then Anthony Davis has become a lot better at reading double teams and shooting them out to shooters for assists. And another guy who's reaping the benefits of that is D'Angelo Russell, who ever since he came back from his tailbone injury has been spectacular. Like I said, look back at those stats one more time. 29 points in that one. And then that was off of 5 of 7 shooting from the 3-point line. So D'Angelo Russell has looked tremendous, especially here in these past couple of games that he's come back from that tailbone injury, and he's just looked a lot more comfortable in his role. And then since he's back in this with the starting unit, he's also assumed that role as, sort of like that secondary guard next to like LeBron and Austin Reaves. It has been a guy that has just really fit the spots well, whether it's catch and shoot shooting, or it's setting up Anthony Davis for easy buckets, or just getting his own shot within the mid-range. Just, he's done everything well on the offensive end, what you kind of want to see from a D'Angelo Russell, because if he plays like this, all these trade rumors will silently go away, as this is the type of player that the Lakers would need down the stretch and to really help them win games. Because when D'Angelo Russell is playing like this, it really propels the Lakers over the top, because it gives them a guy who can really knock down threes, can really catch on fire in just a matter of moments, in a matter of possessions. He's a guy that can really knock off a couple of threes and can really swing momentum in a game, just of how well that he's playing. And you add that on top of the fact that off the bench, which was probably the most encouraging sign to me, Jared Vanderbilt leading the way in bench minutes with 26 in that one. He also had about 9 rebounds, about 7 points, most of them were from the free throw line, and then he had a steal, but he was really, really good on the defensive end. And it's really starting to look like he's starting to get his legs back, and he's really starting to look like the Jared Vanderbilt of old, as he was guarding guys like Luka Doncic. Well, he did have a great Luka game, but Kyrie Irving, who was another guy he was tasked to guarding with, and Kyrie Irving only shot 4 of 16 in that one. And a lot of that has to do with the way the Lakers defended, and the way that Jared Vanderbilt specifically defended, as he was just hounding a guy like Kyrie, just really eating up his space, and really just being very good with those long limbs, long wingspan, and really disrupting things on that end. And when Jared Vanderbilt's at that level, and then you have guys like D'Angelo Russell and then Austin Reaves contributing, this is the Laker team that we envisioned really trying to make a run here, because those are the type of plays that really solidify you and can really help you push down the road. So we'll see what happens with these next few games here, because the Lakers have a couple of winnable games here as they play the Brooklyn Nets and then the Portland Trail Blazers. So the Lakers can probably cap off a little bit of a win streak here if they play the way that they're capable of playing. Well, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you comment on the bottom of the video. Do you think that the Lakers shouldn't trade Austin Reaves, or do you think they're correct and just like standing pat and not trading him at all? So let us know what you guys think about it in the comments, and then also how the Lakers have been playing recently. But I've been your host, Okechi Apakama, and then I'll catch you guys on the next one.